Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Katie and I have a all levels class today. We'll be focusing on opening up through the hips, the shoulders, and low back, working our way up to Garudasana Eagle Pose. For this class you'll need a strap or scarf, a blanket, and if you have a block you may want to just have that close by. You may or may not need it. So we're going to get started on our backs. Go ahead and take your blanket and we're going to use that for underneath our heads. Making sure that it's just underneath the head but not the shoulders as well. So you'll lay back. And then we can take the feet wide, about the width of your mat, keeping the knees bent. Allow the knees just to come towards each other. Hands can either rest on your low belly or you can extend them out to the side, just finding whatever is comfortable. Starting to soften the eyes, relaxing your facial muscles. Taking this time to check in. So noticing how you're feeling today, mentally, emotionally. And physically. Starting to observe your natural breathing pattern without trying to control it. Noticing where you feel your breath moving the most in your body. So this could be your low belly, low ribs, mid ribs, your chest, or your nostrils. Just noticing the rise and fall of your low belly. As we start to find our belly breathing. So noticing on your inhales as your belly fills up. And on your exhalations, draw your navel back towards your spine. And just continuing to breathe this way. Allow the breath to be natural and organic. Starting to lengthen your exhalation at the bottom of your breath. And we'll start to come back. Maybe taking this time to set an intention for your practice. asking yourself what brought you to your mat today. Are you looking to create more space in your body? To calm your mind? Build strength? Or work on your balance? Whatever your intention is, we'll set that by taking a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. And we'll just start to allow the knees to fall to the right. We'll find this windshield wiper motion, keeping the feet wide, the width of the mat. So we're getting a little bit deeper to the hips, just starting to awaken them. Moving back and forth. Let's do one more each side. Just even it out here. Making our way back to center. And we'll start to cross our right ankle over our left thigh. We'll find a figure 4. Flex through the right foot. And you can either stay here if this is enough. You can interlace your hands behind the left thigh, or even take either your strap or scarf behind the left thigh to draw your legs closer to your face. Staying relaxed through the upper body, soften the shoulders. Actively press the right knee away from your face. And then just breathe here. Notice how the right hip feels, net hips. So we can either stay here, or we can start to cross the right leg completely over the left. So this may not work for you. That's okay. Just stay in that figure 4. And then you can start to reach for either the ankles or shins. Flex through the feet and then draw the legs closer to your face. So this is targeting the right glute muscles, specifically the piriformis muscle. Relax through your jaw. Notice if you're clenching here. Last breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly release. And let's go ahead and just hug the knees to your chest here. Either stay still or find a little bit of movement. Notice how one side feels from the other side. And then we'll switch sides. Root through the right foot, cross your left ankle over the right thigh. Find your variation here. Flex through the left foot and either interlace the hands or use your strap behind that right thigh. Actively press the left knee away from your face. Relax the shoulders here. Stay here. Cross left leg over right. Flex through the feet, reach for whatever you can grab, draw the legs closer to your face. And just observing the sensations that you feel. Notice where it feels tight for you. And slowly release. Go ahead, hug the knees back to your chest. Find a little movement here. Rolling over to one side. Pressing through your top hand to gently lift back up. Let's find our way into a comfortable seated position. So you can sit up on your blanket here. This will help just bring more length to the spine so you're not slouching more. And then have your strap or your scarf right close by you. As you inhale, scoop up through the arms. And then exhale, we'll twist to the right, keeping the arms lifted here about shoulder width, shoulder height. So just twisting from the navel. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale and reach. Exhale, twist right. Inhale and reach. Exhale, twist left. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist right, releasing the hands down. So you can bring your left hand to your right knee, other hand behind you. Every inhale, lengthen. Every exhale, twisting from the navel. So your head can be the last thing to turn. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, twisting to the left. Again, right hand can come to your left knee, other hand behind you. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. So we can take our strap or scarf, whatever you have. And we'll go ahead and just take the arms out. You can bring the hands a little bit more than shoulder width, so a little bit further apart. We'll just take the strap behind you and then bring it forward. Being mindful of the wrist here, so you're not doing this, you're keeping the wrist straight. And then we'll just go ahead and move back and forth. So you can make this as hard or as easy as you want. The closer the hands together, the harder it will be. So just be mindful of that. Work with what feels good for you. If you find a really sticky spot, you can work that out, just moving back and forth. And you may get further back than me, that just depends on your body. We'll come back. Just place our strap off to the side, move our blanket, and come into a tabletop position. Starting to bring wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread through the fingers and drop your belly as you lift your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, round your back, chin tucks to your chest. Then again, inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round the back. One more time, inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round the back. Let's come back to a neutral spine. Walk the hands forward, a handprint, spread through the fingers. Start to claw the mat. Curl the toes under and lift the knees off the mat. Chest presses back through to thighs. Root through your index finger and thumb. And start to pedal the feet. Bend one knee, press the other heel down. Moving back and forth on your own. So just checking in with your calf muscles. And then we'll just root through both heels. So it's okay if the heels don't touch. Don't try to force anything. Bend the knees, gaze at the top, and we'll just walk our way to the top. Let's meet into our ragdoll pose. Taking our feet wider than our hips, bending generously through the knees. Maybe you grab opposing elbows, interlace the hands behind your head, or arms can hang. Trying to touch your chest to your thighs and maybe find some swaying movements here. Releasing the crown of your head down towards the floor. We'll start to bring the hands to your hips, leading with your chest to come all the way up. Finding our way to Tadasana, mountain pose, which is our foundation. So you can either bring big toes to touch or feet can be about hip distance apart. Take a moment just to shift back and forth. Maybe lift the toes, lift the heels. And then rooting through all four corners of the feet. Arms at your side. Maybe take this time to just re-soften the eyes. Check in. Notice if you feel off balance today. Come back to your intention that you set. And then open the eyes back up. We'll move into our half sun salutation. So inhale, scoop up through the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Hands can come to the floor. If they don't reach, bring your hands to a block or a book. You can also bend the knees instead. Release the crown of your head down. And then inhale, lift up halfway. So hands can come to shins or as far as you need to go to find a flat back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach the crown of your head forward. And then exhale, soften. Inhale, root through your feet to sweep all the way up. Arms reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, soften. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands at heart. Starting to add on here. Inhale and reach. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, soften. We'll bend the knees for chair pose. So lifting up through the arms, sinking through the hips. Lift up through the pit of your belly. Make sure that you can see your toes here. Knees are in line with each other and the weight is into the heels. Inhale, straighten the legs. Maybe you find a slight back bend, gazing up at your thumbs. And exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that one more time. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, soften. Bend the knees, chair pose, reach up through the arms. Sink low. Inhale, straighten the legs, maybe slight back bend. Exhale, hands back at heart. And we'll go ahead, bring your hands to your hips, and we'll step back with our right foot, coming into warrior two here. So you want to line up your front heel with your back inner arch. Front knee stacked in line with the ankle. And you're about 3 to 5 feet apart. So line up your front knee with that second toe, so you'll still be able to see your big toe here. Hips are facing away from the front of the mat, and then we can reach up through the arms. Reach long through the fingertips, engage the tricep muscles. Relax the shoulders. Gaze over your front middle finger. See if you can evenly distribute the weight through both feet. And then inhale, straighten through the front legs, sweep up through the arms. Exhale, bend back, warrior two. 2 more times. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, warrior two. 1 more time, inhale and reach. Exhale, warrior two. Start to bring that left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over the ear for side angle pose, Parsvottanasana. Chest opens to the sky. Again, try to evenly distribute the weight through the feet. Still stacking that knee in line with the ankle. If you want more, your hand can slide down your shin. Or you can bring your hand to your block. Making sure you're not just dumping your weight into that front leg. And then use your arms to come all the way back, warrior two. Hands can come to hips, and we'll bring all 10 toes to face towards me. Make sure the feet are in line with each other. Slightly pigeon toe the feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold forward. Hands can come to the floor. Again, if you don't reach, bring your hands to your block. Release the crown of your head down. Maybe shake the head. Engage through the quadricep muscles. Making sure that you're still breathing here. Notice the sensations that you feel through the legs, hamstrings. Let's go ahead and come up halfway. Come up onto the fingertips, finding that flat back. And then you can either bring the hands to the hips, especially if you have any low back stuff. If you want to work core a little bit, you can just take the arms out to the side, root through the feet, lift with the chest, come all the way up. Hands back to hips, and we'll just switch the direction. So, right foot is facing the back of the mat. Again, realign. Front heel with back inner arch, knees stacked in line with the ankle, and then in line with the second toe. So make sure you can see your big toe. Reach the arms long. Engage the tricep muscles. Reach through the fingertips a little bit longer. Gaze over your front middle finger. And inhale, let's straighten the front legs, sweep up through the arms. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, warrior two. One more time, reach up. Exhale, back, warrior two. Bringing that right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over the ear. Chest opens to the sky. Find your variation. Maybe you slide the hand down your shin or to your block. Maybe you just keep it on the thigh. Maybe you want to gaze up at that top elbow. If that bothers the neck, gaze forward or at the floor. Inhale, use your arms to come all the way back, warrior two. Hands can come back to your hips, and then we'll go ahead and just bring the right foot to face back. Heel toe the feet back together. Maybe shake out the legs. And we'll come back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Setting up for tree pose. We'll start to bring the hands together at your heart center. We'll start with the left foot. So you can just lift that left heel off the mat, rooting through that right foot. You can either just allow the heel to rest against the shin if you're really off balance today. Maybe bring the foot to your shin, or you can bring it to your thigh. So always skipping the knee. Don't want to put too much pressure into the joint. And finding a spot to focus on that's not moving. Hands can either stay here, or maybe you start to reach them out, having branches. Hands can come back to your heart, and then we'll release the foot down. Again, maybe shake out the legs. Let's switch legs, so re-root through the feet. This time root through that left foot, lift the right heel. Find your variation of tree pose. You can also do this against the wall. Lifting up through the pit of your belly. Arms, maybe they reach out. Maybe you're a little windy tree. Hands can come back. And then release the foot. Again, shake it out. Let's come back to the top of our mat for Tadasana. Inhale, scoop up through the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Let's interlace the hands behind your low back. We'll reach them up towards the sky. So if this doesn't feel good, you can take your strap and modify this. So same thing, grab your strap and then reach the arms up to the sky. You can bend a little bit through the knees here. So opening up through the shoulders, maybe shake out the head. Hands can come back to the hips, release to the floor. We'll step back with our right foot, setting up for warrior one. So allowing the hips to face the front of the mat. Either heel to heel alignment or taking that left foot over to the left. When you come up, hips are square to the front. Line up your knee with your ankle. Lift up through the pit of your belly. We're going to find our eagle arms here. So we can take the arms out to the side, and then we'll cross right arm over left. So first variation, you can hug yourself. Second variation, you can either bring the backs of the hands together, or bring your palms together. Lifting up through the elbows, hands away from the face. Relax the shoulders. Finding what feels good for you. If this doesn't feel good, then modify. And then slowly release the arms. Bring your hands back to your hips. We'll step the back foot in slightly, straighten the front leg. Inhale and reach up through the arms. Reach forward to get length. And then hands can come behind you, grabbing opposing elbows as you fold forward, pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Squeezing the inner thighs together as if you have a block between them. Stay rooted through the back heel. Just take 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, lead with the chest to come all the way back up. And then we'll just step that back foot to meet the front. Back to Tadasana. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Find your yoga mudra again, so switch the cross of your hands, interlace them, or again, grab the strap. Reach your hands up to the sky, shake out the head. Hands come back to your hips, slowly rise. Actually, let's bring the hands back to the floor. This time, left foot steps back. Reset. Coming into warrior one, so hips facing the front. Front knee stacked in line with the ankle. Take the arms out to the side. And this time, left arm crosses over right, your variation of eagle. If your hands are in front of you, lift up through the elbows, hands away from the face, relax the shoulders. And slowly release the arms, hands back to hips. Step the back foot in, straighten the front leg, realign. Keep squaring the hips. Reach up through the arms, inhale. Reach forward, get length. Hands come behind you, grab opposing elbows and fold forward. Squeeze inner thighs together, root through the back heel. Relax the head. Inhale, lift from the chest. And step the back foot to meet your front. Take a moment just to come back to Tadasana, reconnect. We can finally set up for eagle pose. So first we'll come into our chair pose, sink low. We'll start with the left foot. So lifting that heel, again like we did in tree, we can completely cross it and just kickstand the foot. Can come to figure 4, that first pose that we did this morning, not this morning, whenever you're doing this. Or you can wrap it completely around the leg. And then same thing, arms come out to the side. Find your eagle variation. Crossing right arm over left. Sink a little lower. Breathe here. Slowly unwind. Shake it out. Before we move to the other side, let's just do a half sun salutation and come to downward facing dog, just to come back to where you are. So inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway, flat back. And exhale, plant the hands. Just step back with your right foot and then left foot. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Noticing the difference from when you first did downward facing dog. Maybe feel a lot more open here. Bend the knees and let's walk our way back. Forward fold, hands at hips, and come all the way back up. All right, back to Tadasana. Here we go. Bend the knees, chair pose. Lift that right heel, cross it over. Find whichever variation you did. And then take the arms out to the side. Left arm crosses over. Sink low. Slowly release everything. Shake it out. Okay, let's go ahead and just have a seat here. Nice work. We're going to make our way onto our stomachs. So we'll come into a Sphinx pose. So having the elbows either in line with the shoulders or slightly forward, spread through the fingers. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. Check in with the low back. So if the low back is bothered here, you can take the feet further away from each other or bring the hands further away from your face. Just allow the breath to smooth out here. Maybe softening your eyes. And then we can take this right hand or right arm, we're going to slide it under your other arm. So we'll come into a variation of thread the needle. If you want, you can take your blanket for your head here. Let's just take 3 deep breaths. Slowly make your way out of this. Come back to Sphinx. And then switch. So left arm can slide underneath. Maybe allow the head to rest on your blanket. Just observing the sensations. Last few breaths. And we'll start to come back. Take your time coming out. Push down through the hands to lift up. All right, we're going to come back to sit on our blanket. And then we'll just take our legs apart. So engage through the quadricep muscles, flex through the feet. Hands can come behind you as you lengthen the spine. And then we'll go ahead and just take your hand under your left leg, draw that foot towards your right inner thigh. Left hand comes behind you as you lengthen, inhale. Exhale, twisting to your left. So again, twisting from the pit of the belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Start to bring that right hand to your right shin. As you slowly lower it down, left arm reaches up and over the ear. Keep twisting towards the left. So it doesn't matter how far you go. Just want to keep the chest open, making sure you're not collapsing in the ribs here. As you keep twisting to the left, maybe you gaze up at that top elbow, gaze forward, or at the floor. So we're stretching through the side body, getting into your quadratus lumborum, or QL, which is the low back. And then inhale, slowly come back up, take your time. We'll switch sides. Go ahead and bring that right foot to your left inner thigh. Right hand behind you, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting to the right. One more time, inhale. Exhale, twist deeper. Left hand slides down your shin, right arm reaches up and over the ear. Keep twisting to the right. Inhale, slowly come back up. Re-extend the legs. And one more time, we can either take the hands back behind you, or if you want to go deeper, you can start to take the hands in front. Make sure that the legs are still engaged, feet and your knees are facing up towards the sky. Maybe walk a little bit more here. Relax the shoulders so your shoulders aren't all the way up to the ears, they're away. And we'll slowly walk back up. Go ahead and bring the legs back together. A little shake. We'll come into Garudasana, which is the seated version of Tadasana. So you can shift back and forth so you can sit evenly on the sit bones. Again, engage the legs, flex through the feet, hands at your side. Lengthen the spine and expand through the chest. Let's go ahead and lift the left leg and cross it over your right. You can either stay right here. We're going to come into Garudasana, cow's face. So you can either keep that pinky side on the floor, or you can start to shift over and take the leg back behind you. So if you're coming into full Garudasana, you'll be on the pinky sides of the feet. And you can sit up on the blanket here. So again, you want to make sure that your strap is close by you. So yeah, the feet are in line with each other here. Go ahead and take your strap. I like to fold mine in half so it's not like extra long. We'll take our strap into our right hand, reach it up to the sky. And then bend the top arm. Take a moment here just to feel an opening through the right tricep muscles. And then extend the left arm out, thumb faces the floor, reach for that strap. If you reach your hand, you can always release the strap. Pressing that head, you're pressing your head into the top arm behind you. Soften the low ribs here. Notice which part feels tighter, the upper half or your lower half. If you feel tingling in the arms, go ahead and just release out of this. We'll be here for just a couple more breaths. And then slowly release. Go ahead and just do some shoulder rolls here. Release the legs. Again, maybe you shake them out. You can come back to that windshield wiper motion. And we'll come back to Dandasana. This time we'll bend the right leg, cross it over. Either stay here or start to roll over to the left, bringing that other leg back. Both legs are back. Go ahead and realign the feet. Go ahead and take your strap into your left hand this time. Reach it up to the sky. And then exhale, bend that top arm. Few breaths here. Extend the right arm and reach for your strap. Press your head into the back arm. Soften the low ribs. Maybe you notice one side feels tighter than the other. Just observe that. And slowly release. Again, maybe do some more shoulder rolls here. Release the legs. Go ahead, shake them out or come back to that windshield wiper motion. And then we can come off of our blanket. We'll set that up the back of our mat. So we can set up for Shavasana. So just go ahead and lay back. Maybe you want to take one last pose before we come into Shavasana. You can hug the knees to your chest and just maybe rock back and forth. Honestly, if there's any last pose you want to do, feel free to find that. You happy baby, or half happy baby. Can reach for the outer edge of your ankle or foot. Allow the knee to come outside of your torso. And then switch sides. Full happy baby. And once you feel ready, start to set up for Shavasana. So you can set up how we first started with the feet wide, the width of your mat, knees together, or extend the legs. Arms can come out to the side. Softening your eyes, relaxing your facial muscles. Allowing yourself to let go of any areas you're still holding on to. Allow this time for you to completely absorb everything you just did. Starting to find stillness. Slowly starting to come back. Taking in some deeper breaths. Bringing awareness back into your body. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Starting to bend one knee. Planting the feet on the floor. Rolling to one side. Just take a few breaths here. And pressing that top hand into the floor. Head can stay heavy as you make your way back up. Let's go ahead and sit up on your blanket. So we can come into our meditation. Just making sure that you're in a comfortable seated position. Hands can rest on your thighs. Making sure that your spine is tall. Eyes can soften. And just coming back to your breath. Noticing if it feels any different. And then start to bring your awareness to whatever thought, image, sensation, or feeling that arises. Notice each item that arises without getting involved in the content. Without reacting or identifying with it. You may notice that once you bring awareness to that which arises, it is no longer an obstacle, just another object to focus on. Let's start to slowly come back, bringing the hands together at your heart center, coming back to your intention that you set. Just take one deep breath here. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. The love and light in me honors the love and light in you. Namaste. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and please subscribe for more videos.